12th Biobotany, Chapter 4, Principles and Process of Biotechnology. In this part, we are going to discuss about screening for recombinants. What are recombinants? A bacterial cell containing recombinant DNA is recombinant. This is recombinant cell because it has recombinant DNA. This is recombinant DNA. It has foreign gene and the vector. The vector or foreign DNA is present in recombinant cells. While doing recombinant DNA experiments, we will get a mixture of recombinant cells and non-recombinant cells because all the cells do not take up the rDNA. Some of the host cells do not take up the rDNA. They are non-recombinants. The non-recombinants do not have foreign DNA. Recombinants have foreign DNA. They show new characters because they receive a new gene. We have to identify the recombinant and select and then separate the recombinant from non-recombinant. This process is called screening. Different techniques are there for the purpose of screening of recombinants. Insertional inactivation or blue-white colony selection method. Antibiotic resistant markers. Replica plating technique. The first technique is insertional inactivation or blue-white colony selection method. This is a plasmid. It has ORI, original replication, and resistant gene, and a reporter gene LAGZ. A reporter gene LAGZ is inserted in the vector. The vector has reported gene LAGZ. It will give report about the presence of foreign gene, or we say gene of interest, gene of known function. The reported gene LAGZ encodes the enzyme beta-galactosidase. The enzyme beta-galactosidase is produced by the LAGZ gene, and apart from the reported gene LAGZ, within the LAGZ there are multiple cloning sites. Many restriction enzymes can break this area. It contains several recognition sites for restriction enzymes. So this area can be opened by restriction enzymes, and we can insert a foreign DNA. If we insert a foreign DNA here, the LAGZ will be inactivated. So if we insert a foreign DNA here, the LAGZ gene will be inactivated. So this method is called as insertional inactivation. What we are going to discuss and learn is how the insertional inactivation helps us to identify the recombinant cells. So this is LAGZ. LAGZ encodes the enzyme beta-galactosidase. The beta-galactosidase converts X-GAL, a substance, into a blue color product. X-GAL substance is converted into blue color product by LAGZ gene. If we insert a foreign gene here, LAGZ will be inactivated. So X-GAL will not be converted into a blue color product. Beta-galactosidase breaks a synthetic substrate called X-GAL, 5-bromo-4-chlorinotyl beta-D galactobarinoxide, into an insoluble blue colored product. Here there is no recombinant gene. So if we grow the non-recombinant in a culture medium containing X-GAL, blue color product will be obtained. If we grow the recombinant bacterium on the culture medium containing X-GAL, the LAGZ gene is inactivated, so blue color product will not be formed. So by the formation of blue color product or white color product, we can distinguish non-recombinant from recombinant. If a foreign gene is inserted into LAGZ, this gene will be inactivated. This is LAGZ. If we insert a foreign gene, it will be inactivated. Now foreign gene is inserted, so LAGZ is inactivated. So what color product will be formed? White color. Therefore, no blue color, that is white color, will develop because beta galactosidase is not synthesized due to inactivation of LAGZ. Here this is non-recombinant, recombinant. The host cell containing rDNA form white colored colonies on the medium containing X col. The host cells containing rDNA, recombinant DNA, they are recombinant cells form white colonies. These white colonies are formed of recombinant cells. In this diagram it is given in black color, but actually white colonies. So gene of insert is present. The gene of insert inactivates LAGZ gene. So white color colonies are formed. The other cells containing non-recombinant DNA, no recombinant DNA, will develop the blue colored colonies. Blue colored colonies are formed by non-recombinant cells. By seeing the color of the colonies, we can pick up the recombinant cells for further work. The second method is antibiotic resistant markers. Antibiotic resistant markers are inserted while designing the vector or plasmid. Here this plasmid shows ampicillin resistant gene and tetracycline resistant gene. Ampicillin is a antibiotic, tetracycline is another antibiotic. These antibiotics kill the bacterial cells. An antibiotic resistant marker is a antibiotic resistant gene. These are antibiotic resistant genes. They produce a protein. This protein provides antibiotic resistance to the transformed cells. This is transformed cell, it has rDNA. The transformed cells develop antibiotic resistance by the presence of the genes. But non-recombinants, non-transformed cells do not have the antibiotic resistant genes, so they will be killed by the antibiotics. Now let us see how to identify the bacteria with transformed gene. This is bacteria with transformed gene. How to identify the bacteria? By this antibiotic resistant markers. Let us proceed. Bacteria with transformed DNA can be identified by growing on a medium containing antibiotic. We have to grow transformed cells as well as non-transformed cells. Actually we will get the mixture of both while doing that experiment. We have to grow the cells on a medium containing an antibiotic substance. So this is a medium containing antibiotic substance, for an example ampicillin or any other antibiotic. So both transformed and non-transformed cells are cultured. After one night, next day we will observe only the transformed cells, the bacterial colonies containing transformed cells survive. The bacterial cells form a group called as colonies. The bacterial colonies containing transformed cells alone survive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 transformed cells alone survive. Recombinants will grow on this medium because they contain antibiotic resistant gene. The non-recombinants do not have the antibiotic resistant genes, so they do not survive. In this way we can screen or select the recombinants. Recombinants are host cells which contain recombinant DNA. The third method is replica plating technique. What is culture plate? This is Petri plate used to grow bacterial cells. Bacterial colonies are grown on culture plates. The bacterial colonies form a particular pattern. They grow on a particular pattern. This pattern of colonies growing on culture plate is copied. So this pattern on the culture plate is copied. After copying, it is transformed to another plate, another culture plate. So copying and transforming. So the method is replica plating technique. one culture plate is copied and transformed to another plate. So replica plating technique. How the recombinant cells are identified by this technique? Let us see. It is just like how we do by rubber stamp. This is master plate. Here bacterial cells are cultured on normal medium. Normally bacterial cells are cultured on a particular medium without antibiotic, that is master plate. A sterile filter plate is pressed against the culture plate. Sterile filter plate means a filter plate without any microorganism. It is sterilized. This is sterile filter plate. This is a block, maybe wooden block. A velvet covering is there, velvet cloth covering. It is a sterile covering, already sterilized. It is free from microorganism. No microorganism is there. It is pressed against the culture plate. This is pressed against the culture plate and then lifted. It is pressed against the culture plate and then lifted. Now what is copied? The colony pattern. The bacterial colonies grow on a particular pattern. That pattern is copied. The bacterial cells are fixed on the sterile plate. Now this plate contains the growth pattern of the bacterial colonies. It is again, then the filter is pressed against the second sterile culture plate. Another culture plate without any microorganism. A second culture plate without any microorganism. That is sterile culture plate. This is pressed. While pressing, the bacteria will be transformed with the same pattern. With the same pattern, the bacterial colonies will be transformed. This is second culture plate. It is pressed and taken up. The bacterial culture pattern is copied as in the master plate. But here the culture medium contains ampicillin. Ampicillin antibiotic is added to the culture medium. After one night growth, next day we can find the growth of the bacterial cells containing ampicillin gene, the transformed cells. The recombinant cells alone survive because they contain ampicillin gene. The recombinant cells are selected by seeing the pattern. The non-recombinants fail to grow. In this way, the replica plating technique is helpful to identify and select the recombinant cells. What are recombinant cells? The cells containing recombinant DNA. In the next video, we will discuss about some other techniques. So here, in this way, transformed cells can be selected by replica plating technique.